Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I am a little sick today, so hopefully that won't be an issue. But essentially, we are back over here. Currently, I'm trying to figure out a way to fix this. To essentially set up a steam vent generator, because I think that would be a really smart choice. Because I do believe that I can fix this coal generator and make it set up so that we only use one. So we can kind of supply this area in the meantime, but we're still requiring so much energy that it would be so much better for us to just get a different, essentially, form of energy. That is kind of the plan. Because currently, and I read about this when I was off. When I didn't record, I read about this. We need essentially I think around 12 hatches for us to produce enough coal through the hatches to be able to essentially produce enough coal for this one. Currently, we don't have that because they all died because there was no one to take care of them, and I also think they were old at the moment. This one is incubating, which is kind of fine. This one is at the age of 95, so this one's gonna die soon. And this one is also at the age of 53, which means it's also probably gonna die soon. If I set this one priority on 7, and this priority is on 6, then if I click this one and I click wrangle, then I can move this one over here, and we can have maybe one little chance of getting another baby, which would be preferable, because otherwise we're out of hatchling babies and we don't want that. Because hopefully it would be useful to do that and keep the population going, and hopefully we can do that, because they also drop meat and they also drop other things. Other things we can do is essentially create this automatic system that when it overflows with extra eggs, we can use the eggs to create food of it too, which would be really useful. So hopefully that is something we can do. We also need to sweep this one, set the sweep priority to high for this egg, and I think that's it. Because currently, if we manage to get this population going again, back at it again, on the top of this. Okay, Gosman has a heat stroke, so this is when we are starting to have an issue with the heat. Because I knew it was gonna end up being an issue. Because we have this steam vent over here. Oh, sorry. We have this steam vent over here, which causes a big issue, and we have steam vent over here, which is also causing a big issue, which means this is going to end up being a problem. Now, I'm going to pause the video and get back here to figure out everything I need to set up the steam vent properly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've checked it out a little bit. We are currently missing some materials to get this whole situation up and running. We need a lot of metal, and we also need a couple of other things going on for us to be able to use this. So for the moment, I think I actually do need to fix this whole situation, and then hopefully get this up and running. I'm gonna keep these two at the moment, and then essentially what I'm gonna do as we get the hatchlings up and running, and hopefully they can survive, is that the moment this gets fixed and we get more babies and we can get a consistent supply of these ones going on, we can actually, keep this one running, maybe go up to 2 again, and then we can go over here and then start working towards the materials, because we will slowly but surely try to work towards the refined metal materials, because otherwise we won't be able to cool the water that's going on here. It's currently 70 Celsius, which isn't very good for us. And then I set up this material study terminal, because that is the thing we are needing for essentially building all of the rest of the other ones that we're currently looking for. I also turned on the supercomputer and the research station again. It should be pretty decent. They should happen eventually. And yeah, I think that's it. one of the things that I need to be wary of is essentially just try to make sure that I have enough food. Because even now we're at 19,000 calories, which is a lot better than what we were previously. But it did end up being an issue at one point, and I don't particularly want that to be an issue ever again. So we are going to work on a better supply of food, to be honest, than what we currently do. Because that was really bad. And then I've seen a couple of people saying that it would be a bad idea to pour the water down here because this one doesn't actually work with bacteria. And it doesn't actually remove bacteria, so there still might be bacteria down here. And I am aware of this. I am aware they can get food poisoning. I just don't entirely know. I think it is one of the things that you can work on for removing, removing? There is one thing you can use to remove germs, but I forgot what it was, because I remember seeing it on the other ones. Because this is polymer press, algae syrup, what to see if... Because I know it exists, but I haven't gotten up to actually building it and dealing with it yet, so that is kind of the issue. Yeah, I can't see it. Utilities, maybe? No, this is the ice fan, which might be useful. We kind of might need this. There was a thermoregulator, which also might be useful because currently we might have an issue with heat soon. Shipping, no, it's not that. I think maybe we haven't unlocked it yet. I don't think we have unlocked it. So, and currently I also went with essentially some of you already told me about was to make multiple schedules and then schedule so not everybody works 100% of the time. I shifted someone to have an early morning, someone to have an early night. So hopefully some people will sleep and some people will work always. It's not 100% covered all the time. It still is kind of like most of the time in the daytime. But it's essentially because I believe that no one should be sleeping in the middle of the day anyway 100% of the time. So we're going to try to like slowly but surely shift it a little bit to the left, to the right, if we get more dupes. And then see if that's going to help. Currently we can get duplicate skills. So what is essentially... They have pyrotechnics. That would be nice. There are some things I remember we need super hard digging, but I think that is somebody else who has digging as one of the traits. Is it this one? No, it's our chef who has super hard digging. Oh yeah, I am slowly gonna move him towards this. So you can be a cook and this at the same time, which would be nice. But you can get pyrotechnics. There's nothing stopping you from getting pyrotechnics, so why not? There you go. I believe maybe that is dealing with really hot water, which is really good for us over here in the situation when it does show up. And I do know missing researchation and no researchers assigned. I know that all of that is a thing currently. One of the things though, we are going towards this, but we do need other things. I know. Okay, I'm gonna search up the germ one and see if that was like one of the things that I could find. Because I know you can use, I believe, salt. I think you can use salt or scrubber, desaltinator. I do believe you can use salt to deal with germs, but I don't think I have it. Uses water to remove germs and radiation. That is a shower. Germs on raw ore. None of this helps. with what I was thinking about. None of it. Is there anything here? No. Because I need to fix the germs in the water, and I don't know if that just is a thing that you can help over time with. This gas by germs. Okay, I'm gonna pause just for a second. Make sure that I actually do find this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the way I looked at it, apparently the easier way to kill germs in the water is just to heat it up, which means, as far as I understand, like one of the ways we can solve that at the moment. Where is my piping overlay? Sometimes I just stand there and I can't figure out which one of these icons. If we do want, what we can do is like we have essentially a sensor from this room to a room beside it, which is a sensor with essentially what's it called? A germ sensor. We have a germ sensor from this tub here over to this room over here, and essentially if it doesn't pass the germ test, it keeps on sending it back over here, because this room is going to be really hot with water, and we can use that to our advantage to essentially just kill the germs. And then if we do get over here, what we can do is like we can also make this room also dependent with a cooling chamber, so that we can use it to like keep it cool. The only issue is that we're transporting the water for such a long period of times between these areas, which means that these areas are going to heat up too, which means I really need insulated pipes or some other ways to stop the spread from heat from warming if I'm going to teleport it back and forth like this. Yeah, that is essentially, I think, maybe what we can do about this. My brain also thinks that we can do this. Like, it is a liable path to do so, to essentially create like a terminal, like a temporary chamber over here. One thing we can also do, I believe, that some people said that you can use chlorine to kill germs, but I think you can only kill chlorine with the top layer or in the gas area. It doesn't directly affect the water, I believe. So you can definitely use this to kill off the germs. I am unsure though if you can. I think this is once you pass like 50 or 60, you should be fine. So this is, warm enough. This one is 60. Yeah, I think this one will kill the germs. I think we can use this to our advantage to create like an automatic germ kill situation that keeps on going around. And then we can use this as a cooling place for essentially the stuff. What we can do is, as far as I know, we do have like the ice block, for example. But we should be able to have an ice fan. Uses ice to dissipate the one, okay. But then you can have an ice maker. So we can make an ice maker maybe over here or somewhere else. This one area is already with warm. This is already warm. So if you make an ice maker or something like that, maybe already where it is warm, we can dissipate it over in this room to keep on cooling it. I don't know if that is entirely the best way to work. That is a good question. I feel like it's my current way to do it though, because currently I don't have access to a lot of the more advanced stuff, so we kind of have to give and take with what we can make at the moment, and then we can upgrade into the better options later on. Okay. One of the things I was gonna do before I forget is go over here and then also like set that one there so that that one gets built. And I think we're just gonna run this. We can see if we can like set up this area, because I think that is a nice way we can kind of maybe figure this out. One of the ways, I think, if I deconstruct this, because I kind of want to do this, and do start making this area into the clean water area with the thermal sensor. And we're going to work on that slowly but surely as we try to upgrade to the point in which we can deal with actually harvesting this to deal with energy. And I will try to keep some eyes on essentially this wrangle situation and see if it is gonna end up being okay eventually, but we shall see. The only problem, what is it? It's glum. I think it's because it is really, it's like sad. And this one, critter drop off, is at 6 priority. This one should be at 7, so it should be fine. Where did the egg go though? I am confused. There was an egg over here. Did the egg get used? No. Wait. Did they just use the egg? You shouldn't be able to use the egg. Okay, I don't think they used the egg. Oh, never mind, they did. God damn it. No, not my children. Sorry. Why you gotta eat the little babies? See, like, these are way cuter than you guys dupes, okay? I am mad at you guys, okay? The pets are more important than you guys, okay? Understand the priority here. I'm really upset with you guys. Let me bring you sit. No. Goddamn. Okay, it needs to be swept anyway. Makes me annoyed. Okay. But we can try to set up the ice maker though, like that one. Where is it though? Where is it? It should be. We don't have an egg cracker, so I'm surprised if they actually made it by that. You know? I thought that wasn't possible. Maybe it is possible, you know? Interesting. Also, one of the things I was gonna double check is I just clicked everything. Not clicked everything. I clicked everything on the feeder thing. And I think one of the things that they ended up doing is feeding the critters with food that we don't want to feed with. Absolutely not, you know? Which is causing an issue. So that is important. Okay, wait, that is the wrong one. If I do that, and if I do that, great. And then I'm only gonna use sandstone because I think this is like one of the things that caused an issue, because I was just clicking this and that caused all of these things to be things that it could eat, which we don't really want. I'm gonna put dirt and sand. You guys can eat that. Anything else? No, you're not gonna eat. You're not gonna have any supply. This is like things that like I didn't think about and was just an oversight, you know, like it annoys me, but yeah. So we're gonna set dirt and we're gonna set sand, because they can eat any of it, and also sandstone, to be honest. I am gonna look at here. Let me see. Where's the sandstone? Yeah, there's the sandstone. And that's all we're gonna have there. And then the rest of that's gonna fix itself, hopefully. Okay, we have a printable. We can... See, we are okay with food, but I'm a little bit scared. Because I think this issue with the hatches was causing some of the issue with the food. And that was causing the problem. But the rest should be fine. Balm lily seed though, I do really want, because I want to start growing it temporarily for the sick bay. So I'm gonna uproot this one, and then hopefully this means I can put here, what's it called? I can plant the actual balm lily here. There you go. I'm just unsure though. Does it need light? I don't see light as one of the options here where it does need. It says temperature 35 to 85, so I think it's way higher temperature than normal. but I don't think that's a big issue. Air pressure is fine. Atmosphere, it needs chlorine. We do have chlorine over here, so we can try to pump it in here. Okay, never mind then. I'm not gonna do that then. I am just gonna plant a blossom seed. Well, actually, blossom seed in this light. Now, I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna just set back mealwood and never mind. Because the balm lily is not gonna be able to grow unless I get a chlorine room, which we need to get the balm lily up and growing. But I do believe that we can get the balm lily up and growing. What are we missing here though from this? Errands, properties. What are we waiting for? Let me just pause to see if we can find. Because I can't see construction errand. It has the copper. Okay, if I put this priority, you guys have this priority as highest, and I'm going to see if there's anything we're missing. Because I believe that if we just keep going, we're going to figure it out. But I think this is going to be it for this episode of Oxygen Not Included. I think we have a better grasp of what's going to happen now in the future. This is going to end up being a problem, and we're going to have to deal with heat for a little while. We're also going to see if we can get some insulated rooms. We're trying to cool down the water over here so that we can get clean water eventually, and then going over here to kill all the germs and then going back here. But we do desperately need some other ways to deal with heat and deal with energy, and we're working towards that, so that's really cool. Anyway, I hope to see you guys later, and see you guys. Bye bye!